Alright, this is Don Stacy's YouTube channel. Well, within reason, anything goes. Within reason. Reason is the watchword on my YouTube channel. Reason. Reason. Thinking. Reflecting. Evaluating. Forming judgments based on what you have seen, what you have heard, what you have even thought previously. Those are what Immanuel Kant would call synthetic judgments. Which he hoped everyone would make, at least everyone who followed his philosophy, because his philosophy was such that he expected people to follow beyond him. Just as Edmund Husserl, founder of phenomenology, expected people who followed his ideas to follow beyond him. And they did. And they did. Edmund Husserl had students such as Martin Heidegger and Ortega y Gasset. Both of them were students of Edmund Husserl simultaneously. And they both came up with fairly different philosophies. There's no doubt. They were two different men, two different countries, two different temperaments. How could they not? Although they had the same teacher, how could they not come up with the different displays of their teacher's ideas? And they did. But this is, within the first 25 years of the 20th century. And this is almost 100 years ago. But these ideas affect us now. Now! I can't put too much a finer point on it. These ideas, which were conceptualized back in the 1920s, affect us now, today, at this time, at this very time. 100 years later. These are fundamental ideas that no one can escape ever. This is the significance of philosophy. Down on the plain, down on the ground where those has harbored itself since its inception. Even Euclidean geometers knew they were measuring the earth. They were down on the ground. They're measuring the earth for practical reasons, for farming and agriculture. That's how mathematics even formed in the first place. But mathematics took off in a long history inconceivable to Euclid and all the rest back in the ancient times. Inconceivable. Inconceivable. There's a concrete floor. There's a garage. I can spit when I like. And I'm not claiming to be a mathematician, although I would want to be one. In the end, I would want to be considered one, in the end. Meaning post-mortem, posthumously. I would want to be considered a mathematician. Not only a novelist, but I would want to be considered a mathematician as well. I would want to be considered posthumously, of course, because, right now I have absolutely no fame whatsoever, no celebrity whatsoever, although that will change eventually, probably after I'm dead. But I don't care, shit. I'm old enough now to, well, I can easily disparage this celebrity culture, easily. But if I went on a talk show, I'd just look at people and just say, well, here I am. Here I am. Yeah, fucking Don Stacey, he finally made it. He wrote a short story that was made into a film or whatever. Fuck, who cares? It's all fucking nonsense anyway. Celebrity culture, or popular culture, it's all fucking nonsense anyway. We pay for it. We pay through the fucking nose for it in some cases. If you don't have much money. But people like to be entertained, and so they entertain us, and that is what I would say inoculates us. Well, I wouldn't say infests us. I would say inoculates us with certain notions. And why do I say that? Well, look. Well, what kind of films were made back in the late 50s, early 60s? Very many films based on World War II. Very many. Green Berets being the utmost example of that, which was not filmed in Vietnam, it was filmed in the Philippines. God. I mean, think about it. When did the Green Berets, featuring John Wayne, first appear in the movie houses? I don't know, 1966, 1967. Well, we were still deep in the Vietnam War. We, meaning the United States. So, where was this film filmed? Well, it wasn't filmed in Vietnam, I can tell you that. It was filmed in the Philippines, most likely. Just outside of Manila. So the actors and the screenwriters and the invincible director could take their lodging in Manila and drive 20 miles out to their filming site and then do their work out there. And that's what happened. I mean, film is illusion, my friend. Illusion. All of it. Always. It is not news. It is not fact. It is just utter illusion. It is fabrication. It is the election, the decision of the director to, obtain a certain effect upon the audience. That is his aim, or her aim, as well it should be, because that is the obligation and the aim of the director of the film. And we are all subsumed by these films these days, are we not? Are we not? Subsumed, immersed in, subsumed. Well, what if we are not? What if we have lifted ourselves somehow out of that abyss of commercialization? of art, what then? What then would you say? Would you say it was all nonsense? All vain hope? Is it all vain hope? Is all creativity vain hope altogether? Always? Nothing shall ever come from it. Ever! Is that what is the case? Well, you ought to think that you would want otherwise. You do not want to be prohibited from following your course. Prohibited by various prejudices, by various creeds, by various religions. And to me, all religion is nonsense. All of it. All of it. All religion to me is nonsense. It's myth. Very effective myth, but it's still nonetheless myth. And that's what the communists have difficulty in achieving, is extricating people from their childhood experiences of religious indoctrination, I would say. Well, you teach your children how to eat at the table. You teach them table manners, and you teach them their own religion. Is that not so? And that they are born to you, and born Catholic, or born Protestant, or born Muslim, or born Buddhist. It is an accident. It is an accident of birth. And that you war on one another is an accident of fate. It's an accident of history, which we can overcome and transcend if we have the sensibility for it. Transcend history? You bet we can, if we have the sensibility for it. But it takes courage. It takes courage to transcend history. And what are you going to do if you actually accomplish this theoretical mission of transcending history? Of getting away from religion altogether? Of invoking the 22nd century, not the 21st of which we're in, but the 22nd? Think about it. Life never stands still. Life is constantly changing. That is the law. That is the law of life. Life is constantly changing, forever. Nothing stays the same, ever. That is the law. Constant change is the law. Good night.